I'm so excited that AirPods Pro 3 are here, but is it worth upgrading if you already have AirPods Pro 2? Well, on paper, it doesn't look like that great of an update, but I think this is going to surprise us. Now, thankfully, Apple kept the price exactly the same, and if you're somebody like me who has the Lightning version of the AirPods Pro 2, that is a nice upgrade. And looking at the cases, they look very similar. Now, the new one is actually slightly larger, but I noticed that we're missing that little LED light. I think it's probably just hidden behind the case. The bottom looks the same, except this has USB Type-C. We have that lanyard port. And then on the back, look at that. We no longer have the little button that helps you pair it to other devices or if the automatic is not working. Now, the interesting thing is the total battery life went down. We have 24 hours with the case included compared to 30 on the old ones. But as far as the earbuds themselves, the new ones have 8 hours with active noise cancellation on compared to 6, and with transparency mode that goes up to 10. So the battery life has actually gotten better. Now, instead of the button on the back, all you do is open the case and just double tap on the front to do pairing with other devices, so that is cool. Apple also got rid of the charging cable inside of the box, but as a positive, we now have 5 sets of ear tips included. So we have 1 in here, plus 4 more going all the way down to extra, extra small. So these should fit any ears. Now, pulling these buds out of the cases, the interesting thing is Apple redesigned the whole shape. Even the direction that it faces is completely different. Can you guys see that right there? It's more inward. I know the stem is a little bit longer as well, but they did a ton of research and this is supposed to be a lot more comfortable. So if previous ones fell out of your ear or had too much pressure, these should be much better. Let's get these paired up. And one interesting thing is that this has a new ultra wideband chip in it inside the case. So if you're using Find My, you're gonna be able to find it from 1.5 times further away. That feature is amazing. I haven't had any issues, but that is an upgrade. And one of the biggest new features is this new workout tracking with the heart rate sensors that are built into the AirPods. Now, I have an Apple Watch. I've been using it for workouts and hikes for a long time, so I don't know how much that's gonna matter, but if you don't wanna have your Apple Watch with you, you can track it with these AirPods. We also have live translation, but that feature is actually coming to AirPods Pro 2 as long as you have a newer iPhone. Now, one of the most interesting thing about these are the new ear tips. Just putting them in for setup that you have to do, they felt a lot more firm, and Apple showed off their new design that has foam built into it on the inside, so it's a hybrid design, and just pushing on these, they feel very firm, and I felt firmness in my ear compared to the previous versions, which are so soft and flexible, and it's crazy to see that difference. So let's go ahead and compare comfort. I'm gonna pop these into my ears here. All right, yeah, very soft. I barely feel them inside of my ears. And then let's pop these ones in. Oh, but they fit differently for sure.
Does it? How's it feel?
I feel them more so, and I wonder if it's gonna change. I know the foam can actually shape a little bit and soften up, but they are more present as far as the feeling inside of my ear. Now, it doesn't feel uncomfortable. We'll see how it does for very long listening sessions. But that is a cool design because I've actually purchased foam ear tips for my AirPods Pro 2. And while they blocked more sound, I didn't like them and I went back. So it's cool to have both. And now let's go ahead and test out transparency. It's one of my favorite things about AirPods Pro. Vadim, go ahead and say something.
Hey man, how do I sound?
You sound pretty good. My voice is a little muffled.
Is it? How about like the fan ventilation?
I hear the ventilation very well. I mean, I know how these work. They work very well for transparency, but somehow, supposedly, Apple made these better. Oh.
Is it different?
My voice sounds more natural. Still not perfect.
Uh-huh.
I think I hear the fan more so.
Nice.
And Yeah, you sound fantastic, and I sound, let's try it, okay? Right there's my voice. Now it enables, and yeah, okay. That sounds very good. Let's try it one more time here. Yeah, oh yeah.
Different?
Yeah. You sound not as good, sorry. But my voice definitely, like, cuts out half my voice when I'm talking. That is really cool. Now I wonder if these microphones got better. So to test out the microphones, I connected it to my 17 Pro Max. This is the new landscape camera connected using these. So this is the microphone quality with the AirPods Pro 2. And here's the microphone quality with the AirPods Pro 3 connected the same exact way, not doing any of the extra processing on the iPhone, just the pure audio quality. So you let me know which one sounded better to you. And now let's test out the active noise cancellation. I'm gonna do a few different tests here. We're gonna start out with the AirPods Pro 2. All right, that cut out a lot. I don't know how Apple could make it better than this. That vent is gone completely. Have these gotten better since they came out?
I don't think so.
Vadim, you're say something else again?
Hey, how do I sound?
I hear you pretty good. It muffled a lot of the high end.
Uh-huh.
Let's listen to the fan. Pretty much gone. Maybe a tiniest hint ever. AirPods Pro 3. Apple said these are twice as good. Let's go ahead and turn that on. All right. This is scary.
Is it good?
I can hear myself too good. At least I feel like it's so silent. It's like a silence chamber. And it's a little scary. I need some brown noise. I need some vent noise.
How's the vent?
What vent? Okay, you talk again.
How do I sound now with the
quieter?
Quieter?
You definitely sound quieter. Now, of course, this is an office environment. If you work in the office, you want to ignore your coworkers or any other sounds. You want to make yourself quiet. That's like eerily quiet.
But what about the vent?
Vent is, there's no vent.
You can't hear it.
There's no vent. That's why I said what vent. There's no vent at all. So now let's take this a step further. So this is some airplane noise. My speakers are maxed out. So that's gonna be our next test. So let's go ahead and grab the AirPods Pro 2. I'll pop these in here. All right, that cut that down by a lot. Most of that, or if not all of the low end is gone. I still hear kind of like the high frequencies, but it's way, way better. The AirPods Pro 3. Yeah, definitely a tighter fit. Let's go ahead and put this in here. And now, the low end is gone. It's funny, it's gone so much that I feel some of the vibration in the table from the low end from those speakers, but I don't hear it. And as far as the high end frequencies, I would say they're cut down by about half of what was remaining on the AirPods Pro 2. Let me pause this. I feel like it's so hard to talk with the active noise cancellation on, put it into transparency. And now let's get into testing out the sound quality because Apple did improve it. The first song we're gonna start out with is this EDM track. And I wanna comment one just for another second. I can speak with active noise cancellation on with these in, but with the new ones, it's hard. That is just still blowing my mind. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'll take a listen and give you guys my opinion. All right, guys, honestly, I don't think these need to get any better. They don't need to get any better. They sound amazing. These are the old ones. These new ones though, I don't know how they did it. The soundstage sounds noticeably wider. Just the whole surrounding and how wide the sounds just sounds. Sounds amazing, that's a lot of sounding. But vocals, as soon as I hit play on these, it was just like, there, right there. Very crisp, sounds fantastic, and the bass is more immersive. It is bass heavy, so I hope you like that. Of course, you could tweak some things, but just very present, very wide, not sloppy at all. I mean, this sounds very, very good. Now, I wanted to ask Vadim, how was the sound leakage between these two?
So the new Pro 3s were definitely more leakage. But
Yeah?
I have a feeling the volume was probably a lot louder, huh?
It was. I think for once in my life, I love loud music. Absolutely love it. These might be too loud. Where it's like ear-piercingly loud with the highs. But that's good because if you're listening to a quiet track or a podcast that's not produced very well, you have extra room to turn it up. And Apple did say they redesigned some of the venting, so that could also be why more noise escapes, but you don't have to turn it up that loud. And for the next track, this is kind of a modern classical twist with some different instruments. All right, Vadim,
Good?
I don't think earbuds are supposed to sound this good. I don't know how they did this. Wow, okay, so that was an even bigger difference than the last song. First off, I know these aren't supposed to have distortion. Apple has an adaptive EQ, 48,000 times a second. It can hear things and process. That part hasn't changed, but the clarity, it sounds a lot more clear. And I'm not just talking about the high frequencies, just the overall no distortion, wide sound stage. The highs sound not too sharp where it's unpleasant, but very, very clear. The sound stage is great. And then when that bass hit at the end, absolutely it is deeper bass, not just louder bass, it's deeper, it's hitting lower. Wow. I mean, I would think in the audiophile game, the way people spend money, this shouldn't be the same price with the new one compared to the old one. You'd be paying 4 times the amount, 6 times the amount in the audiophile space to get this much of a quality improvement. That is so impressive. Guys, I'm so excited to listen to music with these earbuds. But with that said, should you upgrade to the new AirPods Pro 3 if you have AirPods 2? Well, if you just recently bought them, you're enjoying them, you don't have to waste money. But if they're older, you have the Lightning version, maybe battery degradation is kicking in, this is an amazing upgrade. You don't have all the extra features that came out when we went from the first to the second ones, but it sounds amazing and they're gonna last a long time. Now, if you're thinking about purchasing them, either one, and you don't have a set yet, on Amazon, you can buy AirPods Pro 2 cheaper. Right now, they're $199. We've seen them lower than that. And the AirPods Pro 3, I gotta stop closing that case. The AirPods Pro 3 are actually discounted already, $239. So we will leave some links down in the video description below for you guys to check out and use. Should you buy the new ones versus the old ones? I think absolutely. Even if these are $169, which I think is the cheapest that I've seen them, you should spend the extra $239, get these with all of the updates. Apple did a great job. I don't know how they made them sound better and the noise cancellation even better, but they did. They are phenomenal. So thank you, Apple, for this update. It is awesome. I can't wait to use these. So go ahead and click that circle above to subscribe. Check out one of those great videos right over there. This has been Max, and I'll see you in the next one.